Good morning. Today we are doing lesson 2.18, finding opposites and absolute value. So first, what is the opposite of a number? An opposite is two numbers that are the same distance from zero. So go ahead, write down on your paper two numbers that are the same distance from zero. Go ahead and copy that down. If you need to pause the video at any time, feel free. And then down below here, first it says write the opposite of the integer. So the opposite of -8 is +8. If you're not sure, look at the number line. 0 is in the middle. On one side, for example, +2 is here, -2 is here. +2 is 1, 2 from 0. -2 is also 2 from 0. They are opposites. If you were to fold your paper in half, they would match up on both sides, 2 and -2. Same with -8 and +8. The opposite of 17 would be -17. And 0, if we fold this in half, 0 is in the middle. There's no opposite of 0, it's just 0. There is no such thing as a -0. Then on the right side, evaluate. Looking just inside the parentheses, in here we have -5, but then we're going to take the opposite of -5, which would be a +5. Two negatives also make a positive when they are next to each other like this. We'll talk more about that when we get to multiplying. Down here inside the parentheses, we just have 20, but we're going to take the opposite, so it is just -20. That one looks almost exactly the same. There's only one negative. It doesn't change the answer. This one we have 18. The opposite would make it -18, but the opposite again would make it a +18. Next we have absolute value. Go ahead and copy this one down as well. Absolute value is the distance between a number and 0 on a number line. If you would like to make that shorter by just writing the distance between a number and 0, that is fine. Then down below here, I like to think of absolute value as a shower. Whatever goes in your shower has to come out clean or positive. Notice these lines are straight and not curved like parentheses. So for example, all of our positive numbers we say are clean numbers. All our negative numbers are what I would say dirty numbers. So any number that goes in the shower, you have to come out of the shower clean or positive. So if -32 goes in the shower, it has to come out a +32. The reason for that, if we were to look at our number line, and if we were to count all the way from -32 to 0, all of those places, we would count 32 times. That's the distance between that number and 0, 32 spots. So inside our shower here, 9 went in the shower clean. It still has to come out clean. This negative did not go into the shower. That is like someone standing on the outside of your shower throwing dirt at you. So your answer is -9. And then our last one, 18 goes in the shower clean. It also has to come out clean or positive. Down below, these are not parentheses, so it's not the opposite of a negative here. -17 went in the shower, it comes out clean, +17, but then someone threw dirt on you from the outside, so it's a -17. In the middle, 4 goes in the shower clean, also comes out clean. It's just 4, there's no negatives there. And then last, the absolute value of 5 goes in the shower clean, comes out clean, but then on the outside someone threw dirt on you. There's a quick overview of absolute value, and then previously we did opposites. So flip over to the back side. We are going to compare some numbers. Complete this statement with less than, greater than, or equal to. This first one, we wanted to see which one is bigger or more positive to the right on a number line. Well, 10 is greater than -10, so our alligator or our Pac-Man is going to eat the larger number. This one, 27 goes in the shower clean, comes out clean. On the right side, 15 goes in the shower clean, comes out clean, but then someone threw dirt on them. So comparing those two, 27 has to be bigger than negative 15, so our alligator eats the bigger number. Over here on the right, negative number goes in the shower, it has to come out clean, positive. Doesn't matter what goes in the shower, again, it comes out positive. So we have 48 and 48, those are actually equal, the same number. Even though they don't look like it to begin with, they are both equal. Down here, negative 32 goes in the shower dirty, comes out clean. 18 you can't do anything with, so which is greater? Well, 32, so opening towards the 32. This one's a little bit tricky, negative 16 and negative 17. If you were to look at a number line, here's 0. I'm going to say negative 16 is here and negative 17 is over here. Which one is going to be closer to 0? Well, counting from the right, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on. Negative 16 is going to be closer to 0 or the positive numbers. Same thing with this example over here. Here's 0. Negative 11 would be further from the positive, so 0 is actually the larger number on this one. It's more positive. Alright, down below, here's a little word problem. There is one like this on your homework as well. A small store's monthly profits, profit is money that you make, for 6 months of the year 2004 are shown in the table. So here's July, August, September, October, November, and December. It says, in which month, so they're looking for a word, not a number, in which month did the store make the greatest profit or the most money? Well, if you look here, $1,800, $2,300, $2,800, and then we have negatives, so that's not going to be the greatest. So the greatest here, what I can see, August, they made the most money. And then B, in which month did the store make the least profit? So the least profit would be the lowest amount of money. So there are actually 2 negative numbers on here. But we need to think of, if you were to look at a number line, which one is going to be the most negative? So if we count to the left, we'd hit negative 50 first, and then 125. So the one that's the least or the most negative is going to be December. They didn't make very much money at all. They went negative. Alright, flip over or down to our next slide. This one's really important because you have to write your answer in the original form. So first we need to simplify these, and then we're going to order them from least to greatest. So negative 7 goes in the shower dirty, comes out clean. Negative 12 is just negative 12. There's nothing we can do to that. In the middle, the opposite of negative 5 is going to be a positive 5. And 2 goes in the shower clean, also comes out clean. 27 goes in the shower clean, comes out clean, but then someone threw dirt on them. So now we need to put these in order, starting with the least, or the biggest negative number. So looking at our negatives, negative 12 and negative 27, negative 27 is going to be our least number. But instead of just writing that, we want to write it in the original form. So I'm going to write the negative absolute value of 27. Then our next least is negative 12, and that one is exactly like it looks. Then our next least, or our first positive number, we're going to see is 2, but we're going to write the absolute value of 2. Then 5, so the opposite of negative 5, and then positive 7, so the absolute value of negative 7. If you want to write them above, feel free if that's easier to see for you first. Alright, you have a homework assignment that is very similar to this. So here is your assignment. Make sure to read the directions and show your work where you can.